Hello, I'm Dennis and I draw it so you don't have to, and this is how I made the title card for my Let's Play series of Magrunner, Dark Pulse. So for those of you who've not seen the series, it's basically Portal but with magnets and an added dash of Cthulhu. Like with Portal, the main focus of the puzzle game is the main item that you use, in this case the mag glove. So what I wanted to do from the start was focus on the hand. Truth be told, I don't think I did the best job I could have done, but yeah, I was in a little bit of a rush, to be honest. I wanted to try and get the videos out as soon as possible. So I basically did a load of scribbling about, tried to get a hand pose that I liked, and then started to work on the costume. As you can see, I'm flipping back and forth a lot because when I'm working, it's always good to look at your artwork from a different perspective, so you notice a lot more mistakes that way. Also, rather than making a new line art layer on top of everything else, the way I draw, in case you haven't noticed from my other videos, is I just like to paint on top of everything using only 1 or 2 layers. When there's something really complicated, like the details with the glove, I will use a separate layer and use a brighter colour, so I can, map things out with a bit more, a bit more freedom. I'm not worried about going over anything, and then on top of that, I'm going to do a black and white layer to do the line art in that fashion. This particular piece, again, I feel was a little rushed, but I did what I could with it, in all honesty. That's not to say I'm being negative about the piece or anything. When you get right down to it, the only problem I have is the fact that it felt a bit rushed, and had I had more time, I would have researched the posing a little bit better. As you saw in the opening, basically what I do is I clench my left hand and draw with my right, so I basically pull a funny pose with my free hand, draw with the one that I need to draw with, and then I flip it around, and then on top of that I did a very quick figure pose. And if I'd had a bit more time, I would have maybe tried something a bit different, but for what it is, it's supposed to be a fairly quickly made title card. It's not too bad. At least in regards to the colour and everything, I've got no major issues. This was one of the times where I started to make a bit more use of the there's like a smudge tool in Procreate, which up until now I hadn't really used so much, but the smudge tool really does make things a little bit more interesting, especially when you're working on highlights and shadows. Something I recommend people play around with if they get hold of a copy of the program themselves. Also, in regards to the game itself, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be doing any more episodes of it for the time being. We will see.